wanna leave this town. I'm saying
I'm interested in this kind of, I would say, craftsman or state-of-the-art meetings. You know, we should not forget, as architects and engineers, we are devoted to construction. That means that the constructors, the suppliers, are partners. You know, they are not enemies, as sometimes in public administration they are considered, but they are really partners. And I always find quite a lot of inspiration discussing with a craftsman or with an industry supplying a product. So that's really the subject. So I will learn a lot of things, I suppose. The industry becomes an actor, not a spectator of architects with crazy ideas. They think also, and it is, you know, listening to them give me inspiration. So it is really a teamwork. So that aluminium is a handy material. You can form it easily. I have a love story with aluminum. Very early in my career, I made it's known, the balloon branch of reproduction material, which is a wooden dome clad with glass panes. And you know, at the beginning, I thought I would put a transparent PVC membrane because it was low cost. And a friend and I was discussing with him, he said, well, you know, maybe we can together develop something that would be very inexpensive. I started to design grosso modo, a aluminum profile you could cut and pattern that would follow the wood paths, and then develop kind of whale tails in cast aluminium. You know, could you imagine that? A dream for a builder, to be able to ask kindly to a caster to cast for yourself a thing you have designed, weird shape, and aluminum at low cost. It is not known enough that you can cast aluminum pieces purpose-wise, not for your crazy idea, but to answer a specific question, and preferably in a poetic way, on top of the logical construction way, and aluminum. That is probably one of the most fascinating use you can make of aluminum. I could be endless about the use of aluminum in the construction we are here doing at Samyn and Partners. I delivered in Kortrijk in Flanders last year or 2 years ago, along the Ley, which is a Belgian river, an apartment tower, luxury apartment tower, with a lot of balconies popping out, yet economical, because my client was a developer and a contractor. So we made kind of iconic building at normal cost. I wanted to, all the efforts in the city to integrate that tower, which is quite high, in this medieval Gothic Renaissance city, was to break the building. So the balconies were useful. And then I finally decided to clad the building with aluminum panels. And it turned out to be, because it was the least expensive solution. Discussing with the craftsman, he, as a kind of magician, he came with some samples. He said, look, you know, we could make it aluminum, and then he showed me, so you had polished aluminum, mirror aluminum, just satinated aluminum, and then you could lacquer it whatever color. So I decided to use pure white satinated panels and mirror panels in a patchwork that answered to a certain grammar, let's say. And the effect is amazing. You know, it is not so long ago that we enjoy aluminum, a century. I think one of the first use in architecture is by Otto Wagner in Sparkasse in Vienna. We had cast aluminum columns, I remember. But again, already Otto Wagner got the thing, this is a material that is quite interesting to use. Field where aluminum could certainly bring at Ashby tables a competitor, not in profile, but in sheets, you see, because they are, you can work them more easily than steel. Recycling aluminum, you know, it's amazing when you look at the embodied energy. recycled aluminum has a lower embodied energy. The ratio embodied energy on the global stress is the best of any material than recycled aluminum. Most important project is the one I have not the slightest idea now. The one I don't know that will come tomorrow. That is the most important one. Aluminum is really, it's a partner. I mean, it's used really, it is not used enough by lack of imagination. But the industry should take its part of the responsibility. It's very funny to see the difference between the mechanical industry and the building industry. Mechanical industry cannot survive without inventing. Building industry strongly believe they should never invent to survive, which is wrong. But well, I'm there to shake them, say, please, let's work together to invent a little bit.